Hull Prison's A Wing is a special unit for the most difficult inmates in the prison system. Paul Sykes is one of the 8 men in the unit.
I've had 10.5 years for whacking screws and 10 years for whacking coppers. Yeah. I've never taken a liberty in my life. I've belted a few people. On every case, I was in the right, and it were them that would do it, taking the liberties. And I did what John Wayne did, what any sane thinking man would do, punched them right in the fucking ear hole. I'm an expert at violence. I've been at it all my life. I'm not a thief, I'm not a liar, I was brought up on John Wayne pictures. He punches a bad guy on the chin. They cheer him, they give me time.
Paul Sykes is currently in prison for 6 years. He's been locked up for 21 of the last 26 years.
I mean, I'm not an armed robber, a murderer, a rapist. I've got no set modus operandi. It usually involves giving somebody a belt, though. There's some people I've hit and didn't hit them hard enough. And there's some people I should have hit that I didn't. People get stuck in the groove, the thinking gets stuck in the groove. Give them a little belt, you knock the groove out, and then you get their attention. Screws handed in the brains at birth. If you relied on any prison officer's mentality, we wouldn't have discovered the Isle of Man yet. Give you an example. John said I were in my class at school, he's an SO at Leeds, Nick. So I get discharged from prison, Christmas Eve, 1984. Signs me the papers, puts my record away and wishes me a bit of luck, like the way I've gone. I'm back in the Nick, May the 10th, 1985. In that time, I've worn these pumps and trod on French soil, Syrian soil, Indian soil, Malayan soil, Singapore soil, and Russian soil. Just me pumps, these. I've been about a bit. John, when I go in the reception, has moved 18 inches, and he said to me, Paul, you won't have any life left.
Paul Sykes is from Wakefield in West Yorkshire. He grew up on the city's Lupset estate, the only son of Walter and Betty Sykes.
I had never any problems with him as a little boy. He was always a grand lad. And even today, the neighbours that's known him from being a little boy won't hear a word said against him.
When he was 4, Paul was given his first pair of boxing gloves. His father Walter was in his regiment's boxing team while serving 10 years in the army. He left to become a prison officer. At home, he taught Paul to box.
Well, I always encourage him to do something every day, do some exercises, some training every day, press-ups and, you know, and belly muscles, you know, only about odd in his legs and let him coming up with it, you know what I mean, don't you? Floor exercises. I used to be laid in bed, giving him a penny for every, you know, doing these, you know. Then we've got dumbbells and all that, holding them out and all that, you know, and these.
I was getting bashed in the face at 7 years of age. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday morning, buff, buff, bashed in the face, learning how to box. How can your dad love you if he lets this happen to you 2 or 3 times a week?
Paul's told me he had real hidings for the tiniest misbehaviour. He said they'd been walking down and he's given him a real backhand and nearly knocks his head off. Then they come to a little shop and he'd buy him a big block of Cadbury's. Not a small one, you know, because it does you good. It was chocolate. So he's told me that recently in the last few years that he used to whack him regularly going down.
He's on a life support machine. You think when you've belted them like they're going to get up at 10. You don't want them to get up at 9, but you want them to get up at 10. I always thought I was a bit of an hard case and a bit, you know, but he's sick of me this morning. It gutted me. You couldn't expect, you know, it was just like, I saw the kid dead and 3,000 miles from home. Nobody, no family, no anything, you know.
Then when he did break down,
Yeah,
he did, he
yeah.
went down. It's all right, Paul.
American Dave Wilson needed a month in hospital to recover.
Paul could have gone right to the top quite easily. In fact, I think it was about 1,000 photographs done of Paul saying he was a future world champion. That's how confident I was. He impressed everybody. He did that. And he was always in trouble one way or another. He'd always loads of worry on his mind. But he overcome it and went into the ring. And once he got in that ring, he was away.
After only 8 bouts, Sykes got his big chance, a fight against John L. Gardner for the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles. It was an evenly matched contest as it entered the 6th round.
Well, this is clearly going to be a battle of stamina. It's a question of whose strength gives out first. There's going to be no respite because Gardner's not that sort of man. The end could be very near here. Can't put him down, but he's doing everything else for him. And he's turned away, and that was the sign. He's turned away, and that was what Grimmer was waiting for. So the great chance in life for Sykes has come and gone without success.
Paul Sykes was soon back in trouble. His boxing career was over.
What's got me into trouble in the past is having my physique trained as a child, but not my emotions. I've altered the physical side to the intellectual side, if you want, the academic side, using my brain instead of my body. It's all the same machine, and I didn't realise I'd got such a good brain until I took the wraps off and started using it. I've got a brilliant brain, and I tell you why I've got one. Because right from being a kid, I have been standing in a boxing ring. If you haven't got your wits about you, you're going to get bashed. All those years of having my wits about me has given me terrific eyesight, good hearing, a brilliant sense of atmospheric changes. I've learned how to interpret them as I've got older. I've read and read and read and read. Richard Powell, he's a good author, I like him. Norman Mailer, for storytelling. R.F. Delderfield, A.J. Cronin, Howard Spring, J.D. MacDonald, Nicholas Montserrat. There's so many good authors. The French one, Sabatini, Hugo, so many that I admire. Do you know when I come in prison, don't you? I own part of the telephone system, yeah? All of a sudden now, they've took it off me. Never asked if they could. And there's 1% of the population own it. And when I come in prison, you used to get 2 minutes, 20 seconds for a 10p coin. Now it's privatised, 1% of the population. It's 38p a minute or something, yeah? Yeah. Well, how do you go about doing something that making matters right like? What do you do? You wind people up, don't you? And I'm good at winding people up. Ask any of these screws. Ah! I've always had colourful cellmates. I did all the train robber sentence with them. Tommy Wisby and Jimmy Hussey and Roy James. Ronnie Bender and the Lambrianos and Eddie Richardson and Frankie Fraser and Roy Short and Freddie Mills and every face that you can think of that's ever been in prison, I've done time with them. I don't want to be with drips and cornflakes and lumps of wood. I want to be kids with that's a laugh, that breaks the monotony and comes out with something different, original. Yeah, characters. There's no characters now.
They're just like animals in prison.
My dad's an old screw. He loves to give orders. Can't do anything, but he can give orders out like. I've told him that he ain't got to give me any more orders. He's 77 now, and he can't do it. He's got cancer and he's dropping to bits and all that, like screws do. And I've told him to shut up.
He's run me down too much. He did yesterday, even yesterday. I went into our cages when they were the young fella and he started slagging me, calling me useless. I'd never done nothing. Couldn't do anything, never had done, and never will do. You're just a useless, then he swore. And he said, sit down, and I come out, I didn't sit down, but I thought he was coming after, he didn't. And I walked down here as sick as a pig. I walked down to our house, and I thought, well, if that's the only lad I've got can talk to me like that, it's time I packed in. It's time I thought, give it up, this game. Families.
He's a dickhead, he's as daft as a brush, but he's honest and he's trustworthy. and you can put your life on me dad. He's no bottle. Plenty of shouting, can give orders, and he's... Well, have a look at him. He's got a finger missing for a start. He'd give somebody a belt in the teeth. It's gone rotten. It's fell off like he's had to have it amputated, yeah? He's blind. All my life, I can never, ever remember Dad. My dad, at least twice a week, he's come home with dog shit on his shoes. That's how clever he is.
How much sort of fatherly love is there left for a son?
Not much. Not much. You might as well say it till there's anywhere else. Not much. It's all gone. It's all gone.
Do I love him? I am the only person on earth allowed to call him a useless bastard. Nobody else can call him it. Just me. Nobody else can call him it. He's my dad.
Every time he's come home, I've kept hoping and hoping that he would alter. He was going to come out and he was going to work and he was going to write and he was going to do this. He's done nothing. Only go out and meet up with his old cronies. Well, things don't look good.
Ceremony. Yeah, right. Go right.
In the hotel I booked into, I brought the Gideons along, so that should help.
You don't need it.
Oh, you got the Gideons there?
I've got the Titanic and all business.
The Living Bible.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going through a formal process?
You're going to have to. That's what it's all about. I thought he was pulling me leg.
No. Yes, it's an acid. Okay, let's describe it. It's an acid house wedding. Do you really want to go through a process? Because I can stand firm.
What do you want to do? Go through it? You want to go through it?
Yeah, he wants it.
Yeah, okay. I'll read the text that I just done a bit of work on.
Leviticus. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Not Leviticus, the lawmaker. We've had enough lawmakers in our life. I feel this is almost Monty Python-esque, and it's very difficult for me, so please bear with me. I have selected a number of texts. They're all rather sexist on the modern ear, as it's always discussions about how obedient the wife should be. And I think in this particular union, Paul needs to be somewhat obedient to some of Kathy's perceptions and ideas and feelings.
We made the rules up before we started, Del.
Paul,
I never give her a reason not
no
to.
arguments, otherwise the divorce takes process before the marriage.
She can't divorce me.
Okay, let's go into it.
She
Please,
can't divorce me.
please be quiet.
I'm telling you that. That's the rules. I never give her a reason not to love me. And that's the rules. You watch all this out between us.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you know that. So
Yes,
you punch
indeed.
about that.
Yes.
But we're not fucking Christians either.
Yes, okay.
You gotta remember that.
Paul,
Listen, I never
a
give her a
moment,
reason
please.
not to love
Paul,
me.
you're making it very difficult for Kath, Paul.
I'm not Christian.
Paul, I really can't continue this. I know it's
Are we married,
something
aren't
somewhat
we?
pantomimic. Paul, please, can we continue? This is chapter 19, verses 4 to 6, and it's
I'm not playing.
It's the...
I'm not fucking playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing at Christian fucking pretending shit. The rules are this. I never get... She's got a nipper of mine 11, another one 3. And I'll never give her a reason not to love me. That's the rules. She's slung a lot in with me, yeah? She's slung it like, why do they say women and children first when there's a boat sinking? Because they're not built to survive. She's slung a lot in with me because I'm a survivor. Dead right. We're okay, we're married. And that's it, she's mine. She can't fucking divorce me.
Okay, I suppose at the end of the day, that's about
And
the
I
best...
swear that by God.
I suppose at the end of the day, that's the best route out, but
Yeah, right, Del.
I feel like a rather large gooseberry.
Yeah, you're not, Del. You're dead right.
Okay.
You're dead right, mate.
Thank
you, mate. First one to congratulate.
At 8 in the morning, he's met by Mick Sr. and his wife Carol, who've travelled over from Wakefield with Kath.
We home.
Yeah,
What do you reckon we're going about? We've got about 30 years left. We've got about... I'm out, it's done, it's finished, it's over. That's another one. Come on, let's go home. Let's get home. Let's get out of it. Let's get out of it. Get on at the bottom. There's all kinds of... When you look at the amount of traffic that there is, and remember what the Conservative Party announced a few years ago, Oh, no, not a few years ago, a few months ago in the paper that they're spending £216 billion on extending the motorways, widening motorways and building new motorways to deal with the increase in traffic in the year 2025. When, and you can see for yourself, petrol runs out in 2019, so what they're talking about. Oh, they're kidding. They're building them for skateboards. What's the light doing on? What's the light doing on, Kath? I've told you my statutory right in prison is to be in a room where you don't require artificial light. Yeah, why is that? Because it's medical. If it's a statutory right, it's medical. So, I don't wear glasses. Now then, just give it a second while your eyes adjust. Yeah? Are we right now? Yeah? If you don't use your eye muscles, they atrophy. Might as well not have them. Come home. Yes, Paul. Oh, I love you. It's been a long way, hasn't it? It'll be right, Kath, you'll see. Make a pot of tea, then.
We always hoped that when he came out that there'd be a fresh start, and there's always been something there for him to come to. But then next thing you know is hit somebody else and is back again.
You've got to use every sense that you're given, and people are having them took off them. They've been atrophied with them. Televisions and radios, and their hearing doesn't work, and their eyes don't work, and they're daft. And why are they daft? They want them to die early. And why do they want them to die early? There's 6 billion of us. That's why they want them to die early, and there's not enough food. Go look after the food, we've got to feed the kids. We're living wherever our kids are living. And we've got 2 railings there. And Adam, we've got a good family, Kath, and it's our duty to look after them. And I'm going to tell you something else. It tells you that in here. But you know I'm not a Christian, don't you? Listen, I'm going to make a cup of tea. Yeah? You know what they say now in the nick? What would they say now in the nick when I start like this? What would they... Yes, Paul. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm a wonderful citizen. How do you think I've got this house and where I'm living now if I wasn't? They've given me this council. We've got the best... This is the best little city on earth. How do I know? I've been everywhere else. I'm here now, right on the family patch. Yeah, I know where it is. I've been. Nobody can tell me anything. I don't read Daily Mirror and Sun. I go and have a look. I go and have a look, and I've lived in the forests of North America. I've lived in the outback of the Ivory Coast. I've lived in India and Russia. I had my breakfast in Moscow and my tea in Wood Street, Nick. Yeah, I've been about a bit. I'm the only man in the history of mankind that has swum across the Straits of Johor. I had to avoid a police launch. It was either that or Changi, Nick. They've got me passport in Singapore. Yeah, I swam it. Yeah, nobody's ever done it before, not because of the currents or anything like that, nothing like that. It's sharks. It's not shark infested, but none of the locals go paddling. Yeah, I swum it. I know about sharks, yeah. I'm 6'3" and 16 stone, 200 weight, yeah, I'm swimming. These pumps, see these pumps, these were hanging around my neck when I done it, yeah. I thought, well, Jaws, how they condition them, I know how they condition people, yeah, Jaws, boom, 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 yeah. They're just flying about. You've got to know how job works here. Sharks, they'll have a look at me and think, yeah, I know how to do them. You punch them right in the fucking ear hole and they swim off.
Paul Sykes has been held in 18 different prisons, including Wakefield.
Yeah, I was strict. Yeah. But anyway, what's gone's gone, isn't it? It's the future what counts.
You don't have to answer my husband back. You don't have to have an opinion. You have his opinion. Who's the best jockey, who's the best footballer, He knows, so you don't argue. Otherwise, it goes irate. I've been used to brutality with my husband. Perhaps that's why Paul thinks you've got to use force, because his dad's always used force.
Talk to me, am I right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
Well, that's it then. Why did I click it in the rear hole to show you that your fucking hands were useless in your pocket? They're there to... Up, stop, Gisem. They're there to protect you. not in your pockets, giving in. Have you ever seen a kid trip up climbing stairs, going downstairs with his hands in his pockets, or going up? Yeah, right. But you need your fucking hands, that's why you've got them. Give it a lot of thought being a father. I have. I couldn't not with a father like I had. He made some cock-ups, my dad. I don't want to make any cock-ups like he made. Oh, look at this here. Go on. Got my kids at home. They don't know a father's love. They've never had a father's love. And I don't know a son's love either. I don't know a kid's love. I've never experienced it. Good water, innit? I think I'm getting through to my kids. I hope I am. I hope I'm getting through to them. I hope they're not causing any trouble and stealing and pitting. I hope they're doing as I'm telling them to do. I don't ask them to do anything. I don't ask them to do a thing. But you'll be laughing because it's a funny matter in this. Kath had 2 tenors in her purse last night. When she come home, a tenner had been took out and 8 quid had been put back. Do you think I'm making it up?
No.
So what you got to say about it then?
No.
Well, who would you say it was? Everything you? Huh, Ryan?
No.
Well, who would you say? Who would you blame? You've got to blame our Paul. Who would you say? He denies it.
It was that too.
Of course you would. One of your evil bastards is blaming the other when you know full well it's not him. It ain't funny. It ain't funny being accused of being a thief. It's not funny being a thief. I'm going to tell you this, you better start remembering what you're doing, and when I ask you the question, I want an answer. I don't want none of that dickhead talking to your tutor shit, talking to a screw shit. You're talking to me, yeah? And I want something out of you. I want some response. Not none of that vacant lot, and lock me in my cell. I won't lock you in your cell, beat you fucking... You don't know how close you are, you to a good hiding. A proper 16-year-old good hiding. Don't clip round fucking ear hole. You're winding me up. Anyway, both of you piss off, go and get out. You drive me up the wall. You sicken me, the pair of you. They do, they wind me up. He winds me up. They're both liars, and he just smirks and grins and everything. I know it's him. He went through my pockets last night when I come in. One despicable, dirty oh, I'm telling you. Telling you what I'm going to do with him. I'm going to have to beat him up. I'm going to have to do. Because he doesn't take anything serious unless you do, you know. Don't take anything serious. That's what you've got to do. That's the only way you can get his brain to work, knock out all the shit thoughts. Well, he ain't got any thoughts. He knock out the vapour fumes from the glue years ago. Go knock them out of him. That's what you've got to do and get him back on this planet. Did you see him sat there like a drip sprawled out? He's a terrible disgrace of a lad. Am I to blame? I don't know. He'd still be a useless bastard whether I'd have been there or not. I don't want to make you jump, Kenny.
Oh, hello, Paul. Great to see you. How are you?
I've come to ask you to do me a favour.
What?
As you can see, I'm not the world's best dressed man, am I? But that's no fault of yours, that's my own fault. And I need an evening suit. A top jolly evening suit. And I need a bit of credit, Kenny.
Yes. Oh, well, right then, I'll measure you. What is it for, anyway, Paul, this? What is this?
No, what I've done, you know Bobby Diamond, Bob Shaw?
Yeah.
Paul Summers.
Yeah.
Too true. They're putting on a show for me for nothing. At Lupsick Working Men's Club, I've written the letters to the committee. I've got the unanimous backing of the committee.
I see.
They've got...
44.
I've got this show on anyway.
Yeah.
And all the proceeds, the raffle prizes and the tickets on the door are all going towards to start the Lupsick Boys Club, which I've got St George's Church Hall. They're all one style out there, didn't they?
No, there's double-breasted.
No, I like the link button.
Single-breasted, with a shawl collar.
Yeah, shawl collar, you've got a link button.
That's right.
That'll do super something. Doesn't get my chest out, you know?
Yeah.
Looks well and all my frill.
So we'll get you for a fitting as soon as possible, then.
We'll just give us
I'll give you a ring,
okay.
yeah. Okay, Paul.
Okay,
right.
Ken. Look after yourself.
I'll see you later, then.
Okay, look after yourself, Kenny. Ta-da!
Ta-da.
All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. And all I ever knew, only you.
Now, you know what tonight's all about? Tonight's all about a youth club, and this idea has come from a young man who wants it to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome on stage and make you feel at home, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Sykes. Will you please bring him on stage? Very much. Come on, Paul. I'll bring them, don't worry about them.
I'll get you a table. You're right.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, you're right. Have you brought raffle? Good evening. We've got to draw raffle. I don't know whether we've drawn raffle or we haven't drawn raffle. I'm not bothered. But let me tell you what the prizes are. You've got your choice. This is an ivory necklace. I don't want you to go anywhere with televisions and shit, Japanese plastic. I want you to go away with something you'll remember tonight with. I bought this off a kid outside the Ikoyi Hotel in Lagos in Nigeria. It's ivory, and it's beautiful, and it's worth a lot of money. And it was mine. That's the first one. Now then, the second one is, listen, I'm sorry, I'm not used to all this. It's a Patrick Mackay original painting. An original. I know. Well, you've never heard of Patrick Mackay. I doubt if you know much about painting, but Patrick Mackay is in the ABC book of mass murderers, and he's a mate of mine. I'm doing this because I want to help the kids. Yeah, and yeah, that's all. I'll train them and I'll send them which way to go, and I want you to send your kids to me, and I'll look after them.